what's up everyone? GameDad here, coming at you guys with a new pickups video. This time taking a look at everything that I have got so far in 2019. So let's dive in and check out what I got.
Alright, so first up on the list is one that I did not realize that I did not have in the collection until I went ahead and did my Atari 2600 collection videos, but that is E.T. the Extraterrestrial on 2600. So recently picked this one up when I saw it in the store and I was just like, you know what? I don't have it in my collection, and that's something that I feel, you know, pretty much any Atari 2600 owner should have in their collection. Whether you love the game or hate the game, it is a staple of Atari history, so gotta have it in there. So that is Atari 2600 ET. Now, recently, a buddy of mine, Mnemonic Tutor, he came down and we went and checked out the local game store that's Gamers in Control and picked up a couple of goodies there, and this is one of them, and 32X game that I did not have, and that is Space Harrier. So excellent game, gives you that really cool 3D kind of view, and I actually have not purchased a 32X game in quite a while. That's probably one of my smaller or smallest collections that I have is 32X games, so that was cool to add a new one there. Now moving along, we have Sydney Hunter and the Caverns of Death. Now this was a recently new game, and it's pretty cool. It has a lot of fun gameplay to it, really good, you know, like adventure platformer kind of aspect to it. And this one was actually sent to me by John Riggs. So this one I actually got it complete in box, so I'll go ahead and show you that box really quick. Alright, so for Sydney Hunter and the Caverns of Death, this is the actual box that the game comes in, and it of course comes with a color manual, and you get that awesome insert for the game in there. You get a couple of little like playing card kind of things that come with it, little collectible items, and right here you can see it's got that awesome full color manual, very high quality, gives you a bit of backstory about the game, gives you the controls, different items, collectibles, enemies, all that kind of good stuff in there. So that was another fun homebrew to add to the collection. So we'll go ahead and set that one aside. Now up next, this is another homebrew, and this is Dushlan. I'm not sure how that would be pronounced, but another nice little NES homebrew game. Got that cool white shell going on with it. Now another game that I picked up on that little bender to the game store was Rygar. So that was another one that I did not have in the collection, another classic NES game. So excited to pick that one up and add it to the ever-growing list of NES games. I'll have those collection videos coming soon. Set that one aside. And then another one, a big one that I got for the collection. This is probably the most expensive game I have in my NES collection now, and I was able to get complete in-box RC Pro-Am 2. Now, a lot of people don't like the RC Pro-Am series, but I'm actually a pretty big fan of it. I remember playing the original RC Pro-Am a ton with friends growing up and stuff, and they all had it, and we would just have a blast playing it. And this one, I was lucky enough to actually get it full, complete in box, and it's pretty near mint condition. It's in really good shape. There's some typical kind of wear up on the label up here, but that's about it. So when you crack that one open, you can see right here, there is the actual game. Excellent condition label, excellent condition cartridge. Got the dust sleeve chilling in the box right there, and then I can get that manual out. There it is. Got that RC Pro-Am 2 manual. Back in the day when game companies cared about actually including an instruction manual in the game. So really happy to have this one in the collection now. Definitely more of a, not so much rare title, but you know, fairly uncommon game to have in the NES collection, so happy that that's in there. Go ahead and throw this guy back in its box. And this is actually the only game I have that has one of these case protectors with it. So for now, this one is actually staying inside of its nice protector. So we'll set that one aside. Now, one game I remember from my childhood was actually Waverace on the Game Boy, and you know, it's of course got, you know, pretty horrendous graphics, and this, I actually did not have this by the time I had done my Game Boy collection videos, so this is a new one for the collection ever since those videos. But this game, man, I always remember having a ton of fun playing this. So you can see some of that footage on screen right now. But this game is awesome. I love the original Waverace game. I love Waverace on N64. Not too much of a fan of the Blue Storm version, but hey, still fun. Now recently LRG, I believe it was Limited Run Games, did a re-release of Shantae Half Genie Hero, but this is actually the original release of it on the Vita by Exceed Games. So I have not got a new Vita game for a very long time, so it was kind of cool to be able to add a fun game to the collection there. Awesome game, Shantae. Now recently I did my SRG Year 1 video, so you can see a little bit more about these games in that, but this is the Super Rare Games SRG, and this is numbers 11 and 12. And these are Knights of Pen and Paper +1 Deluxe Year Edition and Knights of Pen and Paper 2, the Deluxiest Edition. So these are some fun, kind of like a D&D board game style, but in a video game, and you're literally playing the board game in a video game. So pretty fun. If you want to check out a little bit more about that, you can check out that SRG Year 1 video. Another game recently I did an unboxing of, that is StarLink Battle for Atlas, and they've actually got some DLC coming out, or already has come out for this game, and really cool concept with the interactivity of the toys, so you can swap out weapons and pilots and ships and all that kind of stuff. So this is actually a pretty fun game, and plus, I mean, on Switch it's got, you know, Fox in it, so that's awesome. Another new one that came out recently, we got New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. So this game has been played to death all over YouTube. It's basically, what is this, like the 4th iteration of this game, and they just keep making the title longer and longer and longer. So we'll see, you know, 2 Nintendo consoles from now, I bet the title will take up the whole cover right there, but still, it's a fun Mario game. Now I remember playing Trials Fusion a lot, and this one is way better than that. This is Trials Rising, and this is the gold edition, so it came with some extra stuff, including the expansion pass. So this is a really fun dirt bike game, and you go through, you travel, you know, all over the world in it, and have different tracks and do different tricks and things like that. So it's a 3D side-scrolling dirt bike game, so that's pretty fun. Now, another recent pickup that I did, and I am currently doing a playthrough. I'm not doing a Twitch playthrough of this one, I'm just doing like my own playthrough of it because it is a bigger game. So I will have a review coming, but this is the Limited Run Games, the LRG release of Ukulele on Nintendo Switch. So for anyone that has ever played a Banjo-Kazooie game, this is essentially the same kind of thing. I mean, yeah, they change all their names and all that stuff like that, but it's basically a banjo game. But I've been having a lot of fun playing through it. It's a really cool game. And, you know, as with most of the companies that do these kind of limited releases, they actually, you know, include some sort of little book in there. So this one, you know, it gives a little bit of info about the game and stuff like that, and gives some other LRG release info in there. So pretty excited to be able to have that, and this is actually the only limited run game that I have. Now, one that I am actually starting a playthrough on, by the time you guys see this video, it should be out this Friday, which means tonight, Friday night, I will be starting my Twitch playthrough of Yoshi's Crafted World. Now, when the demo for this game came out, I was instantly hooked. I loved the demo of it and wished that it was longer. But from what I've heard, the game itself is not that long, so that's probably why the demo wasn't that long. So I'm excited. I'll be taking the next couple of weeks to do a playthrough of Yoshi's Crafted World. So this one I will not show any gameplay of in this video, because if you want to check it out, you'll have to check me out on Twitch. Remember, twitch.tv/GameDadShow, and a link for that's always down in the description. Now another one that I picked up and most likely will not be streaming because I don't want to get content flagged on YouTube, that is Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Hope I didn't butcher that name. Obviously this is an insanely brutally difficult game, and that's because, you know, it's in that whole Blood Souls universe, but got this one and kind of cool. I didn't realize that I was going to get it as part of the pre-order, but I got a katana replica letter opener, so I can show you that real quick. I had no idea that there was any kind of pre-order bonus with it, so that was a fun little surprise when I picked it up. And it's actually a pretty nice little letter opener. It's got the little stand on it and it says the stuff for the game, so you guys can see kind of right there. I'll hold that on there so it doesn't fall off right now. But you got that, and then you just open that guy up, and nice little katana letter opener. You can always use a letter opener. I'm sure I'll end up using that at some point. So that was pretty cool that the game came with a little goodie for its player base like that. I'll go ahead and throw this back in here, if it will let me. Maybe not. There we go. Okay. Close that. So that is Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Speaking of Twitch, if you were following recently, a couple weeks ago I finished doing my full playthrough of Far Cry New Dawn and really enjoyed Far Cry 5. I gotta say, I liked New Dawn a lot more. I wish that it wasn't a glorified DLC. I mean, it was launched as its own game, but it even launched at only $40, so you know it's not a full game. But yeah, I think I put about a third the time into this game that I did into Far Cry 5. But this one, I don't know, it was more colorful, it was vibrant, the dialogue was still kind of meh, but overall I had a lot of fun playing this game and cannot wait for a new Far Cry game to come out. So that one was awesome. And right here, I actually have this in Steam for my Vive, but I ordered from Europe because apparently the US did not get this. That is Fruit Ninja VR for the PSVR. So I've been getting really into collecting physical for PSVR lately, and this is just another awesome game to have. If it should be exactly like what there is for the Vive and on Steam, but you know, I'm down. I'll use the Move controllers with it. Another one of those awesome perk games right there. Kind of hard to see their logo, but they've been putting out some really good PSVR content. And then another one, John Riggs, he sent me this asking me, it's like, hey, do you have Gran Turismo for PSVR? So this is Gran Turismo Sport, and it's one of those games where it has a PSVR mode. So he recently got a new PSVR and he had an extra copy of this, so I was just like, yeah, sure, I do not have that one in the collection yet. So he sent it down for me. So yeah, pretty cool, nice driving game. I have Drive Club, but I have a feeling this one is just a little bit better being a Gran Turismo game. Now here is another game I will not be streaming because I will get instant content flagged, and that is Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. So this one, heard a lot of amazing things about it, but heard it is also a total mind trip playing through this kind of game, and that it is just brutally, insanely graphic. So not exactly something that I will be showing gameplay footage of on my channel, since this is a family-friendly channel, but doesn't mean I can't enjoy a game like this, you know, off camera. And the last one in the list, I have to admit, I still have not played it. I feel bad. It's been out for a while, but I also heard mixed reviews about it. That is Kingdom Hearts 3. So this is the third mainline story installment. I mean, by now, isn't there like 40 of these games? I don't know. But here is Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, this is another one I will not be showing any capture footage in this video, just because it is a massive game, and I don't want to show you guys 30 seconds of the intro to the game. So eventually, I'll probably do a review on this game. For now, it's just something else to add to the PS4 collection. So that is all of those games, and let's head to the outro.
So there you have it, everyone. That is everything that I have picked up recently. Now let me know down in the comments below, what's something you picked up recently and added to your collection? And while you're down there, please be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons, as well as that little notification icon so you get an alert every time I got a new video coming out. Now, as always, I'm GameDad. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you later.